Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Aim Saraswatyai Namaha. Om Shri Guruve Namaha. Om Bhur Bhuvaswaha Tat Saviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat. Om Krishnaya Vasudevaya Hare Paramatmane Pranata Klesha Nashaye Govindaye Namo Namaha. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiv Bandhanan Mrityor Mokshiyamamritat. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat. Divine souls, welcome to today's Yog Vashisth Satsanga, July 14th, 2023, from our humble kutir in Sacramento, California. Welcome to each one of you. Each Friday, we all get together for about an hour and a half and enjoy the nectar of Satsanga, which is a great blessing in this Kali Yuga to study these holy scriptures under guidance from saints, sages, and the divine personalities who have put in so much effort to give us these holy scriptures. Our humble prostrations to the all-pervading Brahman, to our worshipful Guruji, Swami JyotirmayAnanda Maharaj, to all sages and saints, to all the holy scriptures, and to the divinity in each one of you. May your sadhana continue to grow. May your spiritual practice continue to fill you with peace, joy, and inner bliss. That is the holy prasad, holy sanctified blessings we get from our connection, this satsanga. Our humble prostrations to the all-pervading Brahman, to our worshipful Guruji, Swami JyotirmayAnanda Maharaj, to all the sages and saints, all the holy scriptures, and to the divinity in every one of you. हमारा दंडवत प्रणाम है उस ब्रह्मांडीय ईश्वरीय शक्ति को, हमारे परम पूज्य गुरुदेव स्वामी ज्योतिर्मयानंद जी महाराज को, सब साधु संतों को, ऋषियों मुनियों को, और आप सब में विद्यमान परमेश्वर को. Let us all feel our connection with all the elements: earth, water, fire, air, and ether. Our body is also composed of all these only. There is nothing in the external world but these five elements in different permutations and combinations, different names and forms. This is what is called Maya. But through this Maya, we experience pleasure and pain through our many embodiments, many karmas that we have accumulated. But as we always say, human life is very precious. Bad bhagi manavatan pava. With great blessings we get this human life, and in this life only it is possible to connect with our divine spirit, our higher energies, because we have intellect, we have dispassion, wisdom as human beings. Other species don't have this luxury. We do. Therefore, let us use this moment and every second to pray for everybody. Sarve bhavantu sukhinaha, sarve santu niramaya, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschit dukkha bhag bhavet. May all be happy, may all be joyful, may all be disease free, may no one be in pain. Such is this prayer full of bliss and magnanimity for everybody. Nobody is excluded. Even your enemies are not excluded from this prayer, because we are all one radiation, one ray of the same divine energy. We just look different. We just have impurities that we need to cleanse over this journey. Some more, some less. But this world is a university. Somebody is in kindergarten and somebody has already graduated and teaching. So we have to be patient. Each soul operates at a different level. With that prayer, may God's blessings, Guru's blessings, Scripture's blessings be upon everyone. May all find patience and courage to deal with their karma, because karma for sure has to be purged, it has to be accepted. But if we resist it, it gets more stubborn and it takes longer. So, just like you sit with resignation on the operating table in front of the surgeon and he decides what he wants to do. He gives you an anesthesia and then you are totally under his control. But you trust him. You trust him because you know it is for your own good. Much in the same way, all the adversities and prosperities and challenges of life are tests that come in different shapes and forms. तो उनको accept कीजिए, उनको सह लीजिए, and adapt and adjust and pray for everybody. Don't let anger bring down your spirituality. It is too precious. We work very hard, we do lots of sadhana. All of you who have been practicing spirituality for decades now, some of you may be new, but this is the only way, the path of purity, the path of forgiveness, the path of peace and harmony. So accept whatever may come your way with a sense of cheerfulness and gratitude. Shukrana, Shukrana. Oh God, you have given us so much. There are people who don't even have food or who may not even have what we have. So, with that blessing, let us pray for world peace, for happiness in everybody's home, mind, spirit. May all be whole. Let us read our Guruji's message, our worshipful Swami JyotirmayAnanda, and then we will do our Kirtan, followed by Yoga Vashistha journey. Swamiji says, Blessed Self, adorations, Divyatman Ashirvad. Develop faith in God and in your inner resources. So have faith in your God, in your Guru. Guru and God, same thing. Through God, you get the divine teachers who come in your life, who are genuinely serving humanity through God's will only. So, faith in God, faith in your inner resources. You don't need external comforts, no big house is needed. What you need is, you already have. God has given you courage, faith, sincerity, humility, compassion. All these are your inner resources. Tap into them, use them, and continue to advance on this spiritual path. Learn to apply an optimistic attitude to every situation in your life. Optimistic people are happy people. They are not unrealistic people. They learn how to accept setbacks. They also learn how to continue to put in their best possible effort. So, optimistic people always are successful because they know God Himself is full of love and mercy. love and mercy. Just like a loving mother wants only the best for her child. The child may be naughty, he may not study, he may give the mother trouble, but the mother will continue to love the child, continue to try to do the best possible remedy for him, because she wants him to succeed. Sometimes she has to be tough also. Much in the same way, we have to trust in that God, that one global energy. Whatever name you give does not matter, but have faith, have rock like faith, unshakable faith. Know whatever you are going through will pass away. Don't listen to the negative thoughts in your head, in your mind. Best of us sometimes get swept away, or we have a doubting mind. On this path, there is no room for doubt. You should have full faith in God and in yourself also, because you are also nothing but the image of God. You have God's heartbeat. Every breath, every capillary, every vein in you is working, functioning, heart beating through what? Through which energy? God's energy. So you continue to resign to His will while putting in your best effort. Check the habit of looking at things negatively. Don't listen to this crazy mind of yours. Maneva manushyanam karanam bandho mokshayoha. This mind is a monkey mind. It can distract you. It wants to constantly try different things. It's agitated. So, therefore, you have to be very careful of your thoughts. Are you thinking negative thoughts? If negative thoughts are coming, immediately shake them off. Just like you wake up from a nightmare, a bad dream, you wake up and then no more nightmare. The nightmare ends, it's gone because you have woken up. Much in the same way, when when people try to give you negative, stay away from negative people. Anybody who says you cannot do it, you should not do it, stay away from that company. This is why satsang, satsang, satsang. Satsang alone is the boat to your liberation. The best thing you can do for your evolution is to do what you are doing right now, giving up all the time wasting activities, things that will consume hours and hours, but you choose to attend this satsang, because even a little bit of satsang, 1 second of satsang also becomes permanent wealth, the wealth that can never be destroyed. Everything else can perish, our bodies will perish. But this knowledge, this gyan that you are putting in your unconscious, in your subconscious, will go with us. It will be our shield, our armor, our mantra, japa, chakra. These are the things that will always come to your guidance, not only after you leave this body, but even right now. Every dimension of your life should improve greatly. So don't think negative, always think positive. Don't say, oh, I hope this thing doesn't happen. Don't say that. Just say, I know if God wills, it will happen. I'm doing my best, and if it doesn't, so what? There are so many other things we can do, we can try. Always have that attitude. Rather look at them as part of the divine plan. If something doesn't happen, don't blame yourself, don't blame your luck, don't blame people, don't blame your parents. Why was I born there? If I had come under different. If woulda, shoulda, coulda, nothing will help you. The only thing that will help you is the actions you take. You take good actions, you get good results. You take stupid actions, bad actions, you suffer. And that is the journey of this soul. Body is attached to the soul. So therefore understand you are not this body. If something doesn't happen and you have put in your effort, you should know your karma has to be purged. It is strong. In spite of all the efforts, if it's not going, just deal with it and it will go away and something else will come. You will learn to adapt and adjust. Remember, you are not this body only. Many bodies have come and gone like this, like your current body. You have had in each of these bodies, we have had husbands, wives. Sometimes we were men, sometimes we were women, sometimes we were plants, sometimes we were animals, different species, but all part of the divine plan. So, those circumstances may appear negative. If you face them properly, they will reveal an inner strength in you. सो जब भी कठिनाई आए, परिस्थिति बदल जाए, सुख दुख चलता रहता है. Sometimes happy moment, sometimes sorrowful moment, sometimes this is the cycle of life. Day is followed by night, life is followed by death, and uh, fame is followed by disfame, and all these things are like a flowing river. जैसे बहती गंगा है, देखो, just look at everything, and if you see the negative circumstances, and but if you face them with strength, that will reveal an inner strength in you. Why does everybody pray to Hanumanji so much? Jai Hanuman Gyan Gun Sagar, Jai Kapishati Lok Ujagar, Ramadut Atulit Baladhama, Anjani Putra Pavan Sutnama. You know how many obstacles he had to face, Lord Hanuman? Every time he would sit down at Lord Rama's feet, another big obstacle would come that nobody could solve except Hanumanji. And he was always willing and eager to serve and help, cross mountains to get the ointment for Lakshmana when he picked up the whole mountain itself. So difficult things you should be able to do. Why? When you have Rama on your side, when you have God on your side, nothing can distract you, your inner drive. So face them, negative circumstances, face them like a brave hero, like a warrior. And listen, every adversity, if handled properly, can become prosperity. Prosperity means you will change your circumstances for the better. Difficult times will go, dark night will go, and beautiful morning sunshine will arrive. Or if you are very prosperous, you win a lottery, but all you do is you waste that money in useless activities, name, fame, drinking, this, that. That is not prosperity actually, it is adversity. You simply don't know it. You are putting diseases in your body, you are getting more and more into rajas. So, every prosperity and adversity should be handled with a careful introspection. Is this going to help you or hurt you? If the prosperity hurts you, how can it be called prosperity? It is simply adversity, simply known as prosperity, because it is going to drag you down. But if adversity is making you stronger, more determined, more powerful, more having more faith, more willpower, then that is not adversity, it is prosperity only. You simply are thinking it's called adversity. Very important to know these things, because most people are always hoping only for good things to happen, never for bad things to happen. It is not possible. Good and bad will alternate, but you learn the art. ये एक तरीका है सीखने का कि अपना जीवन आप कैसे जिए. सुख दुख, लाभ हानि, यश अपयश, जीवन मृत्यु, ये चक्र चलता ही रहता है, लेकिन आप ये शरीर नहीं है. You are not this body, therefore you can introspect and think. Like the moon emerging from dark clouds, you emerge shining brighter from each difficult situation. जैसे पूर्णमासी का चंद्रमा जब बादल घेर लेते हैं, काले बादल चांद को घेर लेते हैं, और उसमें से जब चांद बाहर निकलता है, काले बादलों में से बाहर आता है, तो और चमकता है, और सुंदर दिखता है. It becomes even brighter after the dark clouds. So understand, when you are facing adversity, don't blame the world, don't blame your karma, don't blame your circumstances, this, that. Instead, think of Lord Hanuman. Gain the strength, like Angad put his foot in the Ravana's court, saying, if anybody can shake it, then Rama will go away. We will not even fight, and we will accept defeat. Who gave him the courage to say that? Lord Rama didn't tell him, you go and tell them that. But he had that faith, that intensity of Shakti, that he did, and soon nobody could shake him. Why? Because there was that innocence, that strength, that belief. Never ever tell yourself, I cannot do it. It's for other people. I am weak, I am poor, I am helpless. Enough of that, enough of sobbing. You are not a weakling, you are strong. Amritasya putraha. The Sanatan Dharma has the courage to say, you are born out of nectar. Nectar is your inheritance. Nectar means no death, always in bliss, happiness. तो ऐसा ही आप सोचिए कि आपका जीवन खुशियों से भरे, with joy, and you have the ability to change anything. See, spiritual people doesn't mean all you do is spirituality only. You are successful in whatever you do. In world, you step out, you will solve problems. You talk to people, you will bring a smile on their face. At your work, you will be happier. Everybody will want to be close to you, and you will bring joy to everybody in the world and with God, in your own sadhana and in satsang. So, if that is not happening, if you think that is not what you are expecting from your spiritual journey, or you are not experiencing that, then revisit. What am I doing wrong? What is wrong? Constructive criticism, seek it. Ask your guru, ask other people, how can I improve? What should I do? This ego has to go, you see. Then only we will learn. So, never forget the most important thing. What is the most important thing? That you are destined to attain God realization, self realization, mukti, nirvana. Connecting with God is your highest priority. You have been created to know your Creator. After that, what does Christianity teach us? Every religion will teach you some good things. But what did Jesus say? Seek ye first the kingdom of heaven, and all else should be added unto you. But why first the kingdom of heaven? God first, then these other things. He doesn't even have to say they'll be added unto you. It is understood, they will come. Mukti bhakti ki dasi hai. When you have devotion, liberation becomes a maid servant. She has to come, no choice. But you have to be sincere, you have to be full of love and compassion, and you have to earn it. Earn it. We cannot just bluff our way through it. We have to be sincere on this journey, put in the effort, and then all auspiciousness will come to you. See, such a small message, but so profound, life changing. Every dimension of your life should improve. And you know what's the most important thing? It is your resolve to do something. When you resolve, जैसे ही आप निर्णय ले लेते हैं कि आज से हम अपना जीवन परिवर्तित करेंगे, that is the defining moment of your life. The minute you make a decision that I will do this, then nobody should be able to change your thoughts. You should be firm on your practices, on your daily disciplines that you do, and lead a rhythmic life. For happiness and joy, you need to have a rhythmic life. Wake up at a certain time, eat your food at a certain time, sleep at a certain time, fill your day with activities. Start your day with God, end your day with God, fill your day with God. This is the way to God. That's what Swami Shivananda ji used to say. बहुत आसान है, ईश्वर स्मरण चिंतन मनन निधिध्यासन, thinking, introspection, meditation, all these things are the way. Hari Om Tat Sat. Let us do our kirtan and then we will start Yog Vashisht. जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश पाहि मां श्री गणेश श्री गणेश रक्ष मां शरवण भव पाहि मां कार्तिकेय रक्ष मां जय सरस्वती जय सरस्वती पाहि मां श्री सरस्वती रक्ष मां जय गुरु शिव गुरु हरि गुरु राम जगत गुरु परम गुरु सद्गुरु श्याम ओम आदि गुरु अद्वैत गुरु आनंद गुरु ओम चिद घन गुरु चिन्मय गुरु ओम जगत गुरु ओम गुरु सच्चिदानंदा शंकराचार्य शिवानंद ज्योतिर्मयानंद ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय शिव 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 शिवाय नमः ओम हर 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 नमः शिवाय ओम नमो नारायणाय ओम नमो नारायणाय ओम नमो नारायणाय ओम नमो नारायणाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते रामचंद्राय आंजनेय 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 पाहि मां हनुमन्ता 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 रक्ष माम् ओम शक्ति पाहि मां ब्रह्मा शक्ति विष्णु शक्ति शिव शक्ति रक्ष माम् आदि शक्ति महाशक्ति पराशक्ति पाहि माम् इच्छा शक्ति क्रिया शक्ति ज्ञान शक्ति रक्ष माम् गंगा रानी पाहि माम् भागीरथी रक्ष माम् ओम तत्सत ओम तत्सत ओम तत्सत ओम ओम शांति ओम शांति ओम शांति ओम ओम शांति ओम शांति ओम शांति ओम ओम शांति ओम शांति ओम शांति ओम. So we are getting to the final stages slowly but surely, like enjoying a mystic sugar candy. We should continue this beautiful journey. Yoga Vashisth is a very powerful scripture for serious aspirants. This is not a light scripture. It is enough to give you mukti, liberation. If you follow it, practice it, contemplate upon it. We are currently on section 175. We had finished, actually, sorry, we are on section, today we will be starting section 180 to 185. Last week we had covered Brahman alone transcends the illusion of multiplicity. Multiplicity is illusion. Ekam Sat Vipra Bahuda Vadanti. There is only one truth, although it comes to us in different ways, different forms, different names, but only the same truth. So, this is what Lord Rama is being guided by his Guruji Vashistha Muni. And who is Vashistha Muni? Om Narayanam Padma Bhavam Vashishtam. Vashistha Muni is the son of Brahmaji, the creator. So Vashistha Muni has a good idea about how the world is created, how it functions, how it dissolves, and all that detail that follows it. So today we study the story of Kundadanta. There are these stories in Yoga Vashistha are very deep with mystical meanings. So, but our mind absorbs more when we discuss it with a story rather than just dry philosophy. That is why Ramayana is so popular, so beautiful, and every story in Ramayana has a profound lesson to teach us, to guide us. How should we lead a human life? So, in this section, Kundadanta, Sri Rama said, "O sage, there is a lingering doubt in my mind." Lord Rama is an avatar of Lord Narayana. He is an incarnation of the Lord himself. Still he has doubts. Why should God have doubts if he has created everything? Well, they come in this human body and they lead this ideal life, and their doubts are to help us, not to help them. They guide us through their questions, through their doubts, through asking the Guru, so that light can come to the universe. Just like Lord Krishna guided Arjuna when Arjuna asked, "Take my chariot, stop it in the middle, let me see everybody, and then I have this doubt, I have this doubt, I have this question." And Lord answered everything in so much detail, and the Bhagavad Gita was born. So these doubts are not for Arjuna or Krishna or for Rama and Yoga Vashistha, they are for all of us, because we are the ones who are intoxicated by this world. We don't want to die. We think things will stay permanent. We only want good things. We don't want anything negative in life, as we were just discussing. So there are doubts. So he says, "Once I was seated in an assembly of learned scholars. There arrived a Brahman from a country of Videha." Videha means, the literal word Videha means having no body, not without a body. And they were kings. Lord Rama's father was a ruler, King Dashrath, it was his name. And Lord Rama, we say, because after his 14 years he ruled Ayodhya, and that Ayodhya Mandir is coming up again beautifully. It will be constructed in 2025, actually next January or so. So these are not just uh, stories, they are history also, but don't get stuck in just history. The idea is to improve your life, to live that life, and to get enlightened. So therefore we should ask questions that will take us in that direction, not those questions: who was his father, who was her uncle, and what happened there and what happened there, which year did it happen, where exactly was Christ born, where was this Lord Krishna's Dwarka Nagari. All that research can go on. That is for the science to do, that is for NASA to do. You don't burden your small little brain with those questions, because life is too short. Your goal is, if you are stuck with an arrow in your arm, Don't question the metal of the arrow. Take it out. Save your life. That is what we should be doing. So, this is why these questions are being asked for our benefit. So, he saluted the Brahmins of the congregation and then took his seat. I got up, offered my salutations to him, and asked him. Sri Rama is now sharing his question with his Guruji, Yoga Vashistha. Sri Rama said, "Oh, now to the Brahman, O Brahman, you have come from a long distance. You must be tired. Please tell me your purpose in coming here." Brahman, Brahman, two separate words, right? Never confuse these two. Brahman, Brahma, when we say Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Deva, Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat, Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Guru Nama. So we spell it as Brahman, 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 meaning one cosmic source. You also call it Om. When we all chant Om, we are thinking of Brahman, beyond the three gunas. Therefore, we call it that cosmic hum. What is Brahmin? The spelling is Brahmin. What you say, these are the priests, intellectual people, pujaris, people who do pujas, men of God, Brahmin. So they sound similar, therefore it's important. Most of you already know the difference, but if you don't, then understand there's a spelling difference, but they sound the same. In this case, it's a Brahmin who came from a long distance to the palace. So the Brahmin answered, O Rama, it is true that I have come here for a special purpose. Just like you call Brahmins to do puja in your home, prayers, special offerings, or you go to the temple, there you see the pujaris, they are also Brahmins. He says, I am a Brahmin from Videha country. I have completed my studies of the scriptures. My teeth shine like jasmine flowers, therefore people call me Kundadanta. In Hindi, Kunda means jasmine and Dant means your teeth. Over here also we do all kinds of whitening whitening exercises. We pay money. Some people also apply films so their teeth may look white. In this case, he naturally had them totally white. I developed intense dispassion and began to visit temples, pilgrimage centers, and sacred places. Dispassion, what a beautiful word that is. It is known as Vairagya in Hindi. Vairagya. Rag means attachment and Vairag means detachment, which means you are no longer attached to the world too much. You are slowly detaching from the world and attaching to God. So, therefore, the Brahman had detached from the world. It is not easy. Many lifetimes of effort has to go in. Otherwise, this world, like a alligator, catches hold of you. Lust, greed, jealousy, passion, all the luxury, name, fame, people, millions of things to get entangled in this world. To leave all that and to follow the path of God is itself a great accomplishment. Don't ever say, oh, I haven't achieved this, I'm only a simple, humble servant. That also came to you through lot of tapasya. Lot of tapasya. Don't strive to be popular or run after name. Even in spirituality, people get stuck. They totally get stuck in all this only. That I should have so many followers, so many people should listen to me, so many halls should be booked before I go. All that is okay for worldly success. For worldly success, but it will not give you liberation. It is not mukti, it is not dispassion. Actually, you have to be very careful. If anything, it will suck you in like a vacuum cleaner. So be very careful when dispassion comes, when you really feel within your heart. See, otherwise there are so many people who have so much money that their generations can enjoy. Generations, not only them, but next many generations. But yet they are constantly working, building the next project, building the next building, all that. Why? Because the vritti, the thought wave, doesn't go towards dispassion. It is always about people. I should do this, that, my name, fame, this, that, names and papers, all that. And then you die, you leave all whatever you have done to your heirs and this, that, and after that it's gone. You could not take even the eye of a broken needle with you. So this dispassion, when it comes, you should feel, do the dance of joy if it comes to you. You cannot fake it. You cannot pretend that this passion is coming. Either you have it or you don't have it. People who do this, and there are many spiritual people also, they are called fake gurus, and fake disciples, who pretend that they are very holy, but inwardly they hide and do wrong things. So what good is that? You might as well do it openly also. This is what Lord Krishna is saying in the Bhagavad Gita. Rasa buddhi. If you are thinking of something constantly, but externally you are pretending to be a holy man, wearing very nice clothes, having lots of tilaks, and speaking lot of good things, well, what is the point? At some, you don't have real knowledge, just a painting of fire, it will not help. So therefore, this is the holy path, and dispassion can come through many, only through God and Guru's grace. If we think we have achieved it, it's nothing. You see, these um, layers of lust and passion are so strong that even that is why scriptures show how Narad Muni comes under influence, how so many Vishwamitra Rishi comes under its influence. Who are we people? Little only. So we don't have this kind of physical strength to resist to all this. So therefore, we should try our best, but hold the Guru's feet and say, God, Guru, give me strength, मुझे शक्ति दो कि मैं विचलित नहीं हो जाऊं. I should not get swept away. Just like when a storm comes, all the trees get uprooted. Every day we see so many houses get flow, they flow with the flow of the storms. They get shattered. Much in the same way, we cannot think that this is a small thing. It's a very big thing to have vairagya when that comes. So he developed it through, must be some good karma of Kundadanta, that he developed intense dispassion and he began to visit. Then you only want God, you only want spirituality, you only want peace and happiness, which everybody wants, isn't it? Even worldly people also, why do they earn money? Why do they do some things? Because eventually they want happiness, they only want that joy and peace, but they are looking at the wrong spot. That's the only difference. Then he says, during my wanderings, I met an ascetic in Sri Parvata who took me to an old ascetic in Gauri Ashrama. So they are all spiritual people. He's a Brahman, developed this passion. So now he is meeting another ascetic, is a yogi, somebody who is practicing spirituality. So he met him in a auspicious, near an auspicious pilgrimage center, and they both went to an older ascetic, somebody who has been practicing this for a while, in Gauri Ashram. So that old ascetic number two told me the story of himself and his seven brothers how they practiced austerity and received boons as well as curses, and within the space of their own house, they became rulers of different world systems and experienced the dissolution of their worlds. This is the story. What is the story? That he's old now. He has experienced many things, one of them being that from a spiritual family, seven brothers, they all practiced tapasya, austerity, and received boons and curses. The same thing can become a curse or a boon depending on how you look at it. Within the space of their own house, a small house, they are creating different world systems. How is it possible? How can you have such so many world systems inside a small house? They experience the dissolution of their worlds also. We always discuss this. Every night you create a world system in your dream. You create it within the same house that you live in, on the same bed that you are sleeping in, and then it dissolves when you wake up. How big is your world system in your space, in your dream? In a small 6 feet bed, you may be in the Himalayas, the vast, expensive streams, brooks, oceans, mountains, things. Who created that space? Where does it come from? Hmm? Something to ponder and think, isn't it? And you cannot suppose you have a very small room in which, like these seven brothers were sleeping. You cannot tell the other people, hey, give me more space. I need a lot of space for my dreams. You don't say that. You are sleeping in very small space in the physical world, but in your astral world, you have created a big thing. You may even dream you are on the moon. No end to your dreams. So, we also do that every night, and there these seven brothers created that. He says, my friend Kundadanta is saying, the old ascetic number two died. As we all will die one day. Nothing sad, nothing big about it. It should be like, okay, what next? Because you will not die. When we say you die, ask yourself, who is this you? Who is this I? I died. Who died? What happened? Nothing happened. Only thing is, earth went to earth, water to water, fire to fire, air to air, ether to ether. You had borrowed it from these only, these five things through which you started walking, talking. Now you have given them back. And then it is like your dream world. Just like you sleep, you dream, you wake up. Much in the same way, you die, you dream in the astral body, dream being your experiences of heaven and hell, and then you are born again simply in another body. The only difference is your body has shifted, just like your dreams shift. Does that make sense? So he died. Then I went to the ascetic one who lived by the Kadamba tree in Sri Parvata. So he went to his ascetic number one. The ascetic said that because he was too engrossed in the practice of samadhi, he had no time to give me any teaching. So ascetic number two was an advanced sadhaka. Therefore, he was creating the world systems. So now look at this. Even fools, educated, uneducated people, somebody who has not even studied kindergarten, can't even sign his own name, he also creates his world systems, right? At night, he also dreams. He may dream he's a millionaire in his dream. So the dreams are very real when the dreams are coming, and when they dissolve, they become unreal. So the only difference is ignorance and knowledge. When you when you do this in your samadhi, When you have that experience in samadhi, samadhi meaning transcending time and space, but without ignorance. In dream, ignorance is there, it doesn't get washed away. You don't stand up pure. That is why we have all these problems of same old, same old. Otherwise, you wake up, why aren't we enlightened then? We are the same that we slept at the night before, because ignorance didn't go away. बट वेन यू मेडिटेट, जब आप ध्यान करते हैं तो ध्यान से क्या होता है, आपके अंदर का प्रतिबिंब आपको दिखता है और ध्यान लगना शुरू हो जाता है. थ्रू मेडिटेशन you are making conscious changes in your environment, in your life, and therefore you are removing ignorance. अविद्या को आप नाश कर रहे हैं. किसमें? समाधि में, ध्यान में, मेडिटेशन में, धारणा में. लेकिन जब आप ये करते हैं स्वप्न में, तो स्वप्न में तो आपने कुछ नहीं किया. Did you have to put in a lot of effort? Did you have to pre-employ 100 people that you will see in your dream an hour from now? So, no preparation needed, you just sleep. Ignorance is the one calling the show. But in this case, the ascetic says, however, he instructed me to go to the country ruled by King Dashratha, where sage Vashistha would give divine teachings to Sri Rama. Sometimes that is all a guru needs to do, to guide the aspirant properly to the right place. Otherwise, nothing will happen. All the knowledge and all the lectures and all hours and hours of teachings will not produce anything if the aspirant or the sadhaka is not ready. So therefore they say it is important to be a good sadhak, meaning an aspirant who is of good quality, meaning sincere. So there I would listen to the teachings and become enlightened. What a beautiful teaching that was given by the senior ascetic, that go and listen to Satsanga between Vashistha Muni and Lord Rama. What are we all doing? Same thing, listening to that Satsanga and the journey to enlightenment. Sri Rama continued, O sage, this person seated close by is that Kunda Danta who has been listening to your teachings from the very beginning. So in the court there was a satsang hall. We are using technology to create this satsang hall. You are listening from the comforts of your home. But if we all come together in physical form, then that will be a live physical satsang. Right now we are having a virtual satsang. But in the king's palace, they didn't have all this technology. So people would actually come to the palace with all the available resources, and satsang was considered such an important thing that even in the king's courtroom, the satsang was given high priority, high prominence. So please ask him whether his Sri Rama continued. So he has been listening to the teachings very carefully. So please ask him whether his doubts have been dispelled. So what a beautiful aspirant Lord Rama is. How old is he? 16 years old, 15 or 16 years old. Here our life is about to depart and still we are struggling with the basics only. And here Lord Rama is a teenager. What do today's teenagers do? You well know. 15 or 16, and for him to be so sensitive that he is now asking his Guruji, Vashistha Muni, that, oh God, oh Guru, please ask Kundadanta, because he's sensitive. He's thinking maybe this Brahman is feeling shy or he's not asking questions. Has he really benefited from this satsang, or does he have any questions? Any good teacher always asks, do you have any doubts? He will take time for his sincere aspirants, sincere students, because nothing is more damaging than doubts. The minute doubts come in, you start to decline. That is our downfall, because if we are not asking questions that are important for our evolution, then how will we progress? If we don't know which road will take you to liberation, you may take the wrong road, thinking you are right. So, this is what Lord Rama's question was. So, Sage Vashistha, being a good guru, turning to Kundadanta, asked, O best of Brahmins, you have been listening to these teachings which I have been giving to Sri Ramachandra. The teachings were for only Ramachandra, but who all benefited? Everybody benefited. Whoever listened to it with care and attention and love benefited. Much in the same way, this satsang we are doing, some will benefit more, some will benefit less, and some will be benefiting a lot, depending on each person's level. If the utensil is upside down, then this satsanga becomes useless for them. No matter kitna bhi barish ho jaye, bartan to ulta hai. When the bowl is upside down, not even a drop can go in that bowl. Doesn't matter how much it rains. And if it is tilted, only a little bit water will go. If it is up totally upright, then all the water will be filled to the brim. ऐसे ही whatever situation we have, therefore we should listen to satsang with as if we have 1,000 years, not just these two, but 1,000 years, that nothing should be missed, because this is like a nectar coming to us. So Sage Vasistha, like a good guru, turned to Kundadanta and asked, O best among Brahmins, you have been listening to the teachings which I have given. Are your doubts dispelled? Have you become enlightened? Beautiful questions. Because if you still have doubts, then ask. Otherwise, how will you benefit? And have you become enlightened? Because without enlightenment, we are still in ignorance, isn't it? Unless we get fully enlightened, the degree changes. Now, suppose passing marks are 70 marks to pass the exam. Somebody gets, we are talking of poor students, people who didn't pass the exam. It was a very difficult exam. Somebody gets a 0, he didn't study for it at all, thinking it's history, is answering geography. So 0, nothing. Somebody gets 40 and somebody gets 69. 69. One more and he would have made it. But 69. So that means that he had done a lot of effort, but little more was needed. Just a little. And that is why some people come to this world and they get enlightened quickly. Some people have come only with zeros. They have to put in a lot of effort. And most people are in between, halfway here, halfway there. So, unless we get enlightened, we are all ignorant. Only the level is different. Somebody is more, somebody is less. So Kundadanta replied, O sage, all my doubts have been dispelled. Beautiful answer. Because remember, we are in the concluding stages, and the whole Yoga Vashistha he has listened. Therefore, if you do nothing else but resolve to listen to this satsanga of Yoga Vashistha religiously with all your faith and all your energy, this is enough. You have more time, do Bhagavad Gita, do Upanishads, or contemplate, meditate, do more things. But this is a wonderful way for you to go deeper. So Kundadanta replies, I have attained the realization I am Brahman. I am a Brahman by caste, but I have become Brahman by now, as I just explained to you. I have seen that which was to be seen and known that which was to be known. जो भी देखने लायक था देख लिया, जो भी करने लायक था कर लिया. कितना बड़ा बात. What a beautiful thing. I have realized the imperishable self as my essential identity. मतलब my soul is who I am. So what death, what pain, what trouble, what hardships, what this, what that, one dream after another. You cry in your dream, you wake up, all the dream world disappears. So much in the same way, you are not this perishable body, not the senses, not this mind, not this ego, nothing you are. Simply play of scenes and names and forms. So the Brahmin says, I have now known myself, I am now resting in my essential self. That is the goal for you, me, for all of us, all serious aspirants. Everybody, whether we make hay or we don't, our time will come to depart. So make hay while the sun shines is what the goal should be for smart aspirants. He says, all names and forms that are seen and experienced in this world are like showers raining from the clouds of Sat Chit Ananda. Existence, knowledge, bliss, absolute. Brahman is showering from Brahman. Sarvam Khalvidam Brahma. There is nothing else but Brahman. He resides in the atom. He is in the mountain. He is in the ant. He is in you. He is in me. He is in our dreams. He is outside of our dreams. So he is in everything. The fullness of Brahman is expressed through this world, which is essentially full. Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. What does that mean? That this is full, this world is full, that cosmic plane is also full. When you take full from full, what is left is full. Full. If you don't understand it, then we are fools. So full, full, full. We don't want to be fools. We have to understand this shloka is very profound. From full you take away full, what is left is full. You will understand it from mathematical viewpoint. Infinity minus infinity, still infinity. Infinity multiplied by infinity, still infinity. You cannot make changes to infinity. Much like energy can neither be created nor be destroyed. Science only tells you all these things. Much in the same way, this Purnamadaha Purnamidam, two people, they get married and they produce a child who is equally full. Do they reduce by creating that baby? They maintain their identity, and another full human being has come out who has his own moods, his own likes, dislikes, changes. See, this is called Purnamadaha Purnamidam, the concept of fullness. That Brahman alone is the reality behind all that exists. So, what a beautiful way for Kundadanta to share his experience. No more questions, no more doubts. So next Friday we will study the next section 186 to 189. The jiva experiences the world due to ignorance, avidya. Jiva, who? You and me. We are jiva. We are the ones who have fallen off from our concept of ultimate bliss, reality, Satchitananda. We have become a ray of God. We are rays of God, but we have forgotten our identity. And just like a ray of sun in a pot of water that is muddy, shakes, the sun's reflection is in that muddy pot of water and the water is shaking. So therefore the sun is also shaking, the water is also dirty, but the sun is thinking it is shaking in that little water because it has forgotten its identity. It is not a shaking sun. In reality it is the sun, the sun. So therefore that is what we will contemplate. Let us do Aarti together, and we will see you on Sunday morning from Shiva Vishnu temple for Bhagavad Gita. We are also doing very interesting chapter there, so please be there by 10:50 or so. We plan to start at that time and we conclude, and it's in the temple environment, so it is very nice, very um, joyful for us to see everybody. And right now in our Satsang Kutir, we are doing it virtually with all of you, but over there we actually see the Panditjis and the children and everybody, and of course all of you are also a part of our Satsang family. So we turn on our Facebook live, and thankfully last week it went well because they have made some changes to the internet strength. I think before that we were having temple problems in the temple, but looks like they have resolved this issue. We will see you on Sunday morning. Hari Om Tat Sat. May you all be blessed. May we all continue to enjoy this nectar, and may we increase our bhakti, may our devotion grow, humility grow, and most importantly, vairagya, dispassion grow. Hari Om Tat Sat. Let us do Aarti and then we will conclude the satsang for today. Hari Om. जय जय आरती विघ्न विनायक श्री गणेशा। जय जय आरती सुब्रह्मण्य सुब्रह्मण्य कार्तिकेया। जय जय आरती वेणुगोपाला वेणुगोपाला वेणुलोला पाप विदुरा नमित चोरा। जय जय आरती वेंकटरमणा वेंकटरमणा संकट हरणा सीतारामा राधे श्यामा। जय जय आरती गौरी मनोहर भवानी शंकर सांबा सदा शिव उमा महेश्वर। जय जय आरती राजराजेश्वरी त्रिपुर सुंदरी महाकाली महालक्ष्मी महासरस्वती महाशक्ति। जय जय आरती आंजनेया हनुमंता। जय जय आरती दत्तात्रेया त्रिमूर्ति अवतारा। जय जय आरती शनैश्वराया भास्कराया। जय जय आरती सद्गुरुनाथा शिवानंदा। सद्गुरुनाथा ज्योतिर्मयानंदा। सद्गुरुनाथा Sai Baba, Jai Jai Arati, Vigna Vinayak. न तत्र सूर्यो भाति न चंद्र तारकम, नेमा विद्यतो भाति कुतोऽयम् अग्निः, तमेव भान्तम् अनुभाति सर्वं, तस्य भासा सर्वमिदं विभाति। ओम शांति शांति शांति। ॐ त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम्, उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्षीयमामृतात्। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। सर्वेषां स्वस्ति भवतु, सर्वेषां शान्तिर्भवतु, सर्वेषां पूर्णं भवतु, सर्वेषां मङ्गलं भवतु, सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः, सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः, सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु, मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्। असतो मा सद्गमय, तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय, मृत्योर्मामृतं गमय। ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते, पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। करचरणकृतं वा कायजं कर्मजं वा श्रवणनयनजं वा मानसं वा पराधं विहितमविहितं वा सर्वमेतत्क्षमस्व। जय जय करुणाब्धे श्री महादेव शंभो, जय जय करुणाब्धे श्री महादेव शंभो, जय जय करुणाब्धे श्री महादेव शंभो। समस्त लोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु। ओम ब्रह्मर्पणं ब्रह्महवि, ब्रह्मग्नौ ब्रह्मणाहुतं, ब्रह्मैव तेन गन्तव्यं ब्रह्मकर्म समाधिनः। अहं वैश्वानरो भूत्वा प्राणिनां देहमाश्रितः, प्राण अपान समायुक्ता पचामन्यं चतुर्विधं। हरिः ओम तत्सत्। ब्रह्मर्पणमस्तु, समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु। ओम शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। So thank you to all of you divine souls who are participating today. In Zoom we have Aaron ji and Sada Shivaji. Pranams to both of you on Zoom, and thank you for your presence. And all of you divine souls on Facebook, the regular ones, Priya ji, Yogini ji, Taran ji, Yafa ji, Nirmala Misir ji, so wonderful, Shankar ji, Roshni ji, and Rohit Sharma is here from India today. Rohit ji, pranams. And all of you beautiful, beautiful divine souls, you are all advanced. Continue to advance on this path. Make your journey a blissful one. And remember, this is the only wealth that stays with us. So let us all thank our Guru, God, and to the divinity in yourself also, to yourself. Thank you for your own efforts, because udharet udharatman. So we have to pick ourselves through ourselves. Naat manam avasadiyet. Living this life is not easy, and living this life is not for lazy people. We have to be spiritual sadhaks and be very successful in life. But we have to put in our sadhana, our effort. So divine blessings to each one of you. Always, if you have any questions, you can ask here in Facebook also. Other people who are on Zoom, you can ask otherwise on Messenger or any other way. Idea is, don't have doubts in your mind. Have faith and Shakti, Bhakti, Mukti. Hari Om Tat Sat. Divine blessings. I will see you on Sunday. Divine blessings to all of you. May you be healthy, happy, and may the blessings also reach out to your families, your extended family, all the loved ones. Hari Om Tat Sat. Hari Om Tat Sat. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.